Howdy guys, Nintendo Capri Sun here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokémon. So I bet all you have is his CP handle, and maybe he drives a truck. Anyway, in the last episode, or I should say in between episodes, I picked up some timer balls. I could only afford 14 of them because I blew all my money at the casino. So, you know, I had to go and sell a bunch of crap, so I ended up selling like some TMs and other stuff, but I'm hoping this will be enough. Otherwise, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. So, well, I mean, if all else fails, you know, obviously we just reset and, you know, start again from our previous save. So what are we waiting for? Why am I dilly-dallying around this town? Oh, I guess I wanted to say that if you needed timer balls, excuse me, you could buy them here in Rustboro Town, but in order for them to become available in that shop, you have to go north of the town and go through the tunnel that's up here. And just outside of the tunnel, there's a guy wandering around, and when you talk to him, it'll turn out to be the same guy that you helped earlier in the game to get the Devon goods back and all that stuff. Now, where was that Regi... So yeah, and he'll tell you, like, that the stuff is available at the shop now. And then you can buy timer and repeat balls there. Well, repeat balls are not exactly useful for much of anything besides. It's like if you're catching a bunch of the same Pokemon over and over again, then the more you catch it, the more effective it becomes. Can I fight these guys again by any chance? Yeah, I guess so. Alright. Never pass up a chance for a double battle. Hell yeah. It's a double dong. Here we go. But it's just these guys again, so whatever. And of course, they're pretty low level, so kind of wish I had Toilet Face in here. Well, you know, I could probably still do that. Yeah, I might as well. Because I'm more worried about the Magnetron than I am the other guy. But for all I know, the other guy could be basically the same thing, and I just don't know him. It's funny how I'm more scared of a Pokemon that I've actually seen than the one whose power I don't know what it is. Classic case of what you don't know can't hurt you, I guess. I guess I gained another level from it, there's that. And Orange, you just do whatever you want. Because I don't really care. Not even sure why I'm showing this, but hey, at least it's something else to, you know, something else in the video besides me throwing balls at Regi. Because you probably get sick of me throwing my balls at Regi all day long. I mean, Lord knows, somebody makes... No, actually, nobody... Don't dare make a t-shirt of that. Wow, you are something. You got a lot stronger, a lot, since we last battled. We were right about you when we spotted you as a hot trainer. So anyway, what do you think? You willing to give us an interview? You will? Thank you. Okay, I need you to describe your feelings about our battle. It has to be short and sweet. Go. Just like this video. So, let's see. We'll go with people. Again. And, Mother. Because Mother is amazing. Because I miss my mom. The answer is that stone. There you go. That's the perfect clincher. I get the feeling this will make a great TV show. Yeah, it'll probably be just like those talk shows. You know, it's like, he's had sex with my mama! Why, God, why? Okay, so here we are at the place again, at the Pnos. So we just do this. And this. And Regi, you are all mine. But first, we make a save. So hang on. Alright, preparations are complete, however, begin. However, I must re-register my formal process and remind you of the immense danger. That's enough talk from me. We'll begin. So, here we go. Why is Tom Hanks out front? Thought I put Toilet Face out there. You know what? I don't even care. We can dig it. Getting jiggy with it. Nah. Not even sure how that song goes. How many songs does Will Smith have that are like just under 120 beats a minute? Yeah, there's Millennium, there's Wild Wild West. I don't know about Millennium, but Wild Wild West is one of them. Getting jiggy with it is one of them. And they're all like somewhere in between 110 and 120 beats a minute. It's always right in that range. So I guess there's something about rep where they're not allowed to go over 120 beats a minute or something, because I always noticed that. I think the only group that ever does it is Outcast, or the only mainstream group that ever did it for the longest time was Outcast, and it was shocking when they did with Hey Ya, because they didn't just go above it, they went way above it. That song was like 150 or something. But, you know, and then they could follow it up with I Like the Way You Move, another one. So I can pretty much tell instantly just by listening, because I know how long a second is. I think I proved that in Paper Mario 2. What are we doing here? Okay, alright, let's get out, Toilet Face here and use the sludge. And from there, we can hope for some kind of a spore. And not poison, because that would suck. But not a real green dress, because that's cruel. Sludge it up, baby, and do not critical hit whatever you do. I told you not to critical hit. Oh, you didn't. Okay, well in that case, so much for that take. Moving on to take 2. Okay, so we're gonna use that about one more time, and hopefully... Yeah, it's perfect. Alright, perfect. If I could get him to sleep, that would be even better, but I don't know. Let's just go ahead and start throwing out the Ultra Balls here. I might have to just erase all that commentary on the last take. Basically, I went through all my Ultra Balls and about 7 of my Timer Balls. And I never got him. And I just assume at this point probably save you guys the trouble of having to watch all that again. Besides, the commentary for that was total crap. Basically, in the commentary, I realized something. I realized that I think I'm actually wrong about that thing that I was saying before. About how, like, if the odds of something are 1 in 10, then 1 out of every 10 people wouldn't see it happen for the first 100 times they tried for it. And I don't know, that might still be true, but I might be looking at that the wrong way. Because I wasn't looking at it in terms of, like, the actual odds of losing. Because the odds of winning, you say, are 1 in 10, then the odds of losing are 9 in 10. So the odds of losing 100 times in a row would be 9 to the 100th power, divided by 10 to the 100th power, which I'm pretty sure is less than 1 in 100, okay? So I don't want to do this, but... I wanted to get sleep on him, but, you know, if we have to settle for paralysis, then we just do. But let's do that now before he kills all our other Pokemon. Because in the other take of this, he killed all my other Pokemon because he wasn't paralyzed, because I didn't put an Electro out until, like, the second to the last one. Okay, and he can get paralyzed off of this. Even though it doesn't look like he's touching her. And that was actually really bad. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to Hyper Potion that. Just because I can't have my 2 Pokemon who can inflict the status ailment dead this early in the fight. That's not going to work. Be that as it may, this is take 5. So, that's where we're standing on that right now. That's not counting, like, the previous video either, so... Dang it! Every time it wiggles the second time, that's when I really start to get excited. But then, of course, you know, it all goes to shit. But no sooner do I start making a tape than my nose starts running. Being a butt wipe. A butt wipe. It's because I couldn't say ass wipe as a kid, so I had to say butt wipe. But that's even better, you know, that has more emphasis. Butt wipe, you know. So there goes my nose, being a butt wipe. So I tell you. I still remember the first time my dad said the word ass wipe. We were crossing railroad tracks when he said it. So he must have been saying it to another driver who, like, stopped on the tracks or something, I don't know. Or maybe forced us to stop on the tracks, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I also remember, like, one of the first times that they argued in the car. Because, you know, and it's one thing when your parents argue and you're in bed, you can, like, hide under the covers, or you can try to cover your ears, or you can, you know, you can pray, just do whatever, anything that you can do to distract yourself. But when it's in the car, it's like, you're stuck right there with them, and they're, like, feet away. There's, like, nothing you can do. And I remember him saying something about bad blood. He was like, there you go, bringing up the bad blood again. Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta bring up the bad blood? And ever since then, that expression has been a very strong one to me. Like, anytime somebody says that, I think they must really mean it then. Because that's my experience with the phrase, so that's how I interpret it. And so much of life is like that, you know, you interpret things based on your experience, your life experience. And so, you might have a strong reaction to someone using a certain expression, and they not have an idea why that is, just because they haven't lived your life, they don't know, you know, and so it would be so much easier, you know, if we all had, you know, a collective consciousness to where we all knew beforehand, you know, what the person had been through, so we wouldn't have to second guess everything we said. And then again, I guess that's why, you know, some people say you shouldn't have to second guess it, people just need to grow a thick skin, you know. And ultimately, in the end, that's what we're going to have to do if we want to make it, but I tell you, man, sometimes it's just so goddamn hard, I feel like letting it all go. Anyway. Well, this is much better commentary than that math problem, Jesus Christ. Superpower, he's about to kill me, isn't he? Because he hasn't used that in a while, and oh, okay, there we go. Gotta keep him. There it is, there it is, there it is. Okay, he's paralyzed. Alright. Okay, so now it doesn't matter, but I'm not gonna let her die. You know what? Yeah, I am. So I'm not wasting a turn to switch her out. Because it doesn't waste a turn if a Pokemon dies, then you have to switch, so. Sorry, Electra, but yeah, I had to do it. It was worth it for one more shot. And one less, you know, 30-second period of this video. People gotta watch me throwing my balls at Regi. Just make sure we don't say no to that. So usually when it pops up to yes or no over there, it's asking you, like, do you want to switch Pokemon? Because you just beat that one and you're moving on to the next one, so it gives you a chance to switch. So it says, you want to do that, yes or no? Usually I say no because I don't want to. Because it's usually the same type that's coming 2 times in a row. So I'm used to saying no to that question, which is why I kept saying it, you know, in those other videos. So, yep. If that explains anything, then I don't know. Down to 9 Ultra Balls here, so we've spent about 16 turns throwing Ultra Balls, and probably another 5 or 6 turns between just getting him where he's at right now, and the occasional switch and the Hyper Potions that I used on Electra. So once we get down to about 5 Ultra Balls, I think we'll start moving on. Actually, well, it wouldn't make sense to move on to the Timer Balls until we were totally out of Ultra Balls, but then again, if he's going to start struggling when he runs out of PP, it may be smarter to have the Timer Balls start up sooner, just for the extra chance of maybe getting something here. This guy does not want to get caught, I tell you, man, he's a crazy fool. He's actually probably one of the least interesting looking Pokemon I've seen. You know, even though he's supposed to be like a giant badass. I guess I've just been looking at him for so long that I just don't give a fuck anymore. Well, okay. Thank you, game, for answering my prayers, then. Regirock has been caught. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Regirock's body is composed entirely of rocks. No, really? Recently, a study made the startling discovery that the rocks were all unearthed from different locations. Yeah, so basically, Stardust. Actually, that's a perfect name for him, isn't it? Those who don't know who Stardust is, should play Metroid Prime, I guess. He's a badass boss and a very good one, too. I'm actually not 100% sure about my spelling there, but I think that's right. I love this music, too. Just sit and listen to this all day. Wow, so that's a video right there. I mean, that's all I planned to do for this video. Because at this point, you know, to do the other 2 legendaries, you have to beat the Elite Four to unlock access to them, so... And I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that. I guess I'm just gonna head straight for, well, first things first. Let's get back to Mauville City. Mauville City is like my town, you know, it's where I go when all else fails, just go to Mauville. That's been my philosophy, and it seems to work. Who is that dude with the spiky hair over there, man? I have no idea. I need to check this out. I'm the storyteller. I'll tell you tales of legendary trainers. Okay. The berry planting trainer. Oh, that was me. Planted berries 21 times? Oh my god. A new legend. That's hilarious. There was something I did see. There is something else I can do in this video. I want to check this out. Because I was wandering around yesterday trying to find Rusturf Tunnel, I was trying to find out which tunnel they were talking about when they were talking about that guy that you have to talk to unlock the timer balls in the Rustboro Mart. And in the process, where is it? Okay, Lava Ridge, that's not where it's somewhere in there I saw a waterfall, and I wanted to check it out, because now that I have waterfall, you know what I just remembered? No, it doesn't matter, because I can just get him here. Okay, I just pulled out Sherman from the, thing here, and if I can just remember where that was, I saw it. Yeah, it's right here, okay. Well, that's easy enough. What's your desire to leave blue? You'd like to surf? Yes, I would. I just want to see what's up here. As far as that goes, though, this might be where one of the other legendaries is. So in that case, I'm kind of just wasting my time here, but I just wanted to see. Oh, found a rare candy. Well, wonderful. And more trees up here. Man, you know, I would actually kind of sleep here, I think. Wow. What is that tile up there? Oh, it's just the borders all put together. Well, there you go. I guess that was what was there. That was kind of cool. Just little stuff like that you find as you look around. It's cool. Oh, shit. Man, that scared me for a second, because isn't this like the same spot where I found that shiny Meryl? In parts, whatever that was. Shiny happy people. Still can't believe that happened. I had a feeling I was gonna find one, though. I mean, I don't know, man. Oh, duh. I forgot what I was doing. It's not the first time either. Well, actually, I need to go back and put back, Sherman and get Electra back out. Okay, I'm back. As I was going to put Meryl back away, or I mean, put Sherman back away, I realized So Happy wasn't in my party. I was like, why the heck? And then I realized I had my shiny Meryl, and I don't remember why I took her. Must have been for some kind of HM reason. But yeah, I took her because she had, she had dive, right? Yeah, and I needed her for that, so... whatever. Okay, so now we can actually go ahead and do, the stuff we need to do here. Which is not really stuff at all, but more like, you know, just the final area we need to go to here. Yay! Of course, now we get to go through Victory Road again. Wouldn't it be funny if there were random encounters, like, respawned in here? No, I don't mean that kind of respawn. I mean trainers, you know? Either way, you've pretty much already seen this place, so I'm not sure I really need to show it again. So you already got one video, 2 videos of me just barely bludgeoning my way through this place. Lord knows the experience is good enough that you get in here, though. But, I'm just gonna pretty much blow my way through here and at least get up to the building. I seem to have found a trainer in here that I don't think I've fought yet. Yep. Figured why not give this place a look around one last time and maybe there'd be somebody else, so... Just something else to do before we turn off this video. We haven't really done all that much, but, I don't know, I suppose we've done enough, but whatever. See you later, nose pass. Maybe you can pick it while you're at it, huh? Medicham? I don't know no Medicham. Where'd you go? What is that? Oh, wow, it's Jasmine. She's got boobs for pants! What are you doing, boob pants? Oh my god! If that's not the most titillating pair of ruby red breastises that I've ever seen in my life. Just makes me feel totally normal. I can only do normal moves. Yeah, I don't want you reading my mind, so I'm gonna keep using normal moves. Use your full restore. I'll just ram your boobs again with my head. See there? Head right in there. Yeah. That's right. Oh. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Ludicolo. You know what? Let's change. Let's see if we can find somebody else more appropriate for the job. Let's use Gilshanks. What the heck? I'm loving this third form of Gilshanks, I must say. He is now. Oh my god, it's that guy. That's right. I remember him all too well. And oops, yeah. I had a bass backwards again, what do you know? Yeah. It's supposed to be flamethrowers, what we're supposed to be doing here. That's the first time we got to see that move, so... Haha, you're burned. You're banned. You're banned, good sir. Oh man, it would suck to be on fire. Oh, I'm glad I kept this move around. It's a nice, simple move, quick way to get rid of some of those. And also works on ghost types, just in case. Lord knows, every time I see one of those, I never know what to do. So, maybe now I have, you know, another alternate way to... So apparently this is like another way to get there or something? Oh, no. So we got 10 super repels left at the end of the game. That's actually not bad. Okay, this just took us back here again. So I was wondering what that thing was, or I could jump there. But then this just takes us back to this ladder again. And I jumped off there, and that's how I got to that girl. So, yeah. Just, you know, the more you know. Okay, I didn't say anything while solving that puzzle, so I might as well just cut through that. I mean, seriously, like, I don't know, man. When it gets to the point where you're really editing things that tightly, maybe you become too serious at what you do. I don't know. But, you know what? I don't care. So look at that, we made it. I love this wall. There must be something here. Something in the flowers. Tell me there is. Anywhere? Just anything? Nope. Maybe not. Probably was one in one of the ones I didn't look at. Wouldn't it be cool if I just found something, though, that nobody knew about? No, I'm kidding myself. Look at all those flowers, though. So many of them. Nope. And over here. Ow, my nose itches. Maybe I need to get a nose pass. I need to pass my nose on is what I need to do. So once again, we find ourselves here in the final Pokemon Center, where we can heal up for whatever. It ain't the Hilton. Now, let's face it, you'd be better off staying at the Hilton. But there you go. Nice. And of course the Mart, as we've already seen. Now I'm just prolonging the video. So I really don't know. I mean, at this point, if I'm not going to use any of these TMs, maybe I should just go ahead and sell them all. Then I could get, you know, just everything I wanted. Because at this point, you know, I mean, I don't know, though. The funny thing about this game is that, like, no matter how far you get into it, it's never too late to go back and capture all the Pokemon, you know? Like, you still could go back and get them all. If you wanted to do that. I guess technically there's no reason to catch the Regis other than if you were trying to catch them all. But I have no plans to do such a thing. Unless you want me to, but... Funny thing is, I'm not entirely opposed to that. I mean, I don't know. Am I? I'm gonna start talking like that. We don't need to do anything here. Yeah, so next time on Pokemon, guys, I'm gonna take on the Elite Four. So, oh, God. I have no idea what I've gotten myself into. God, who knows what I got myself into this time, but okay. See you guys then.